like I usually do every day. And today I'm going to be doing a review on my new improvement here, my season extender, the National Cycle Plexifairing 3. So I got this fairing, actually I got it over the weekend, so I needed something to extend my season. So I looked into getting a new windscreen. So I looked around, looked at the best options, and I decided that I was really half tempted to just buy a beater motorcycle with a Vetter fairing and put it on the T120 and just, you know, be ridiculed and dejected for the rest of my life. But then I decided Vetter fairings suck. They are kind of heavy, and actually they're really heavy. They're all fiberglass, and you know, they have really awkward mounts to the forks, and you got to take the headlight off and use their headlight, and And I decided I really didn't want to opt into that. So instead, I looked into the National Cycle Plexifairing 3. You can get this unit for about like $200 to $250 depending on your vendor. I ended up getting this through a one-off vendor, and I'm so sorry I can't remember what it's called. But they did an awesome job sending it to me fast. I originally ordered this fairing through Sharapella, wherever you get those tires for cheap. And you know, the girls that don't have heads that are always showcasing the tires with, you know, their female parts. And it's just like, okay guys, I'm not buying the tire because of that. I'm buying the tire because it's the freaking cheapest you got on eBay. But anyways, so I'm like, I always get tires through them. I'm gonna go ahead and get the windscreen from them. It was estimated delivery for last Tuesday on the 8th, I believe, or whenever that was. It was a Tuesday, maybe it was the 3rd actually. And they sent me an email back saying it wouldn't be delivered till the 19th. And I'm like, you guys, that's not how you advertised it in your ad. So I recalled it and got a refund, and then bought this one through another vendor, which was here in 2 days. So it was fast ship, eBay buy. I'll send the link below of the vendor that I got it from. They were very communicative. I told them what was going on, and they sent it to me as fast as possible. Awesome, props, kudos, positive feedback to you. So anyways, the fairing came in super easy. If you can change your oil, you can put this fairing on. Although it isn't the easiest fairing I've put on. It's a little complicated. These bits are all in different pieces, and you have to kind of figure out how to work them and put them together so they work right. And I've noticed that I've had to adjust the fairing at least once after a couple hundred miles of riding. It kind of just wanted to shimmy into this weird, awkward, half cockeyed view. So it should work out pretty good. The only issue is there is no wind. So it offers great wind protection, but it's not always the best thing, because then my glasses are fogging up right now, for example. So there's no ventilation really. I'm overdressed. I'm too hot. It's probably why my glasses are fogging. So this fairing is going to protect you and keep you warm. If anything, it's going to keep you too warm. But it's got these nice winglets, keeps your hands nice and warm and dry. I was did 100 miles yesterday, and I was very comfortable, mainly because of this fairing and because of my new awesome rain gear. So this fairing's been on the market for quite some time. They think they really marketed it for the naked standards, like the GSX 1100G and the Nighthawk CB750. In fact, that's what you see the model bikes for this fairing are those kind of 4-cylinder, you know, standard bikes that you could really sport tour with. And that's what this fairing's designed to do. It's supposed to take your standard bike and make it into a touring bike, or at least, you know, kind of help make it a touring bike. So yeah, so the wind protection is better. It's great, actually. It's perfect. But like I said, I'm noticing a lack of ventilation. It'd be nice, maybe I can install a vent or something. That would be kind of cool. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll just put like a vent in here so I can open it up, get some fresh air on me if I want, and then close it so I can get that protection. But there is a pocket right here where there's air. I can put my hand down there, and obviously you can tell how different the air protection is. Also, it without the wind, you really notice how loud your bike is. which isn't bad because I love the sound of this thing. So, yeah, I mean it's a great thing to have if you're a tourer like I am. So I'll find a place to pull over in a minute. We can kind of do a little walk around, and I can show you the ferry. Fast, fun. We're in the middle of nowhere. Actually, it's a small little road called Vermont 144, and I decided to pull over here because it's just a gorgeous spot. And I'm going to finish up my fairing video review here. Fairing, back to this. It offers a great amount of wind protection. It's a very high quality piece. They proudly state USA on it, and it is a USA thing, a USA made product, and it just really enhances the touring ability of this bike. And I think it works on this bike because it is such a modern classic bike that you can throw these retro fairings. This fairing is very old. It's been in production for I'm not sure how long. Let's say I'm going to do research, and it's this is when it started being made. Okay, so it's been along the market for this many years. And it's just a great, purposeful, awesome fairing that, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. In fact, I'm really happy with it. It really makes the bike that much more comfortable. It makes it too comfortable. It's actually more comfortable, offers better wind protection and better comfort than my MZ1 does now, because that wind just doesn't hit me at all. In fact, it reminds me a lot of riding my Concourse 14, other than knees down. I'm getting blasted by wind, but other than that, though, it's not like a Concourse 14 because it's lighter and it's got a little more personality, and it gives you that really old retro touring feel ride, like something you would feel like when you get on an old Venture or a GL 1200. You get that kind of cruiserish touring styled bike that's more like based off the standard motorcycle. And that's the beautiful thing about standard motorcycles is they're standard motorcycles. They can set them up for whatever you want, and this one's set up for commuting right now. Gets me to and from work great. And, if I'm going to do some commuting or go on a tour with it, maybe I will. And it will do just fine. And that screen makes the biggest difference. So, all in all, if I'm going to give this a rating out of a 0 out of 5, like a 5-star rating, I'd definitely give this around a 4.5 star rating. I wouldn't give it a 5 just because to make it perfect, there's got to be some kind of ventilation here. An option for ventilation. I'm going to look into it. Maybe I could install something, but it's kind of concave, convexed or whatever. It's not straight, so it's going to be hard for me to put a custom vent in here. But if they offered some kind of venting on this, that would be a 5. But right now, if it's warm out, right now, I just filled the gas, so I can kind of smell a little bit of fumes coming up from the vent, from the cap. Not the best of thing, but that would be my only grievance. But there is a little grievance, is that there is no wind circulation or air circulation. You're pretty much stuck with it. You could put your head right up to here to get a little ventilation, or you can stand up and you can get some ventilation that way. Get some fresh air if you want some fresh air, which is nice. So I'm very happy with it. 4.5 star review for me. I give it a 3 out of 10 for ability to do yourself. I think it's a very easy task. If you could change your oil, you could definitely put this fairing on. It's not like you're getting into the bike at all. It's easy bolt on. You really don't have to move or unbolt anything stock on the bike. So it's a pretty easy install. They give you all the hardware. The instructions are definitely 1970, 1980s. It's like, hey, they work. Why not? But all in all, I have to say I am pretty impressed. So I'm going to end this video on that note and just say, if you're going to look into this fairing, this windscreen, I would call it a fairing because it really is a fairing. That's what it is. This modern retro fairing to go with your modern classic motorcycle. This is definitely one of the best things you can get for it. So on that note, thanks for tuning in, folks. You know how to get to me. Like, subscribe if you like what you see. I will be doing a long-term review of my Bonneville. I was working on doing a 40,000 mile review, and unfortunately all the footage got ruined. So I'm working on something. I hope you'll like it. I'll have something out by the end of the year. Right now I'm on track for 45,000 miles on this 2018 Bonneville. I really wanted to, I want to hit 45 for sure. That means I'll do 25,000 miles on this particular bike this year, and I'll break my 30,000 mile mark for the year. So anyways, make sure you check out my buddies at Amen Moto. I'm going to be wrapping it up in the season pretty soon, so there'll be plenty of footage to watch. If you want to watch someone ride a beautiful modern classic motorcycle, you can watch Doug or Scotty on their T120s, because apparently Amen Moto is now a T120 haven. And you'll see Scott Light, who guest stars on it, who also has a T120. T120s take over the world! So thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate the patronage. And also, I have gotten a lot of positive comments and messages about my health condition, and I really appreciate you guys following up on that. And I greatly appreciate it. I'm blessed to have some awesome people in my life. Remember, guys, if we are standing up, we can get up and get on our bikes and twist the throttles. There's no reason why you shouldn't. So just remember, get out, enjoy life, enjoy that ride.